Razor Robertson has just named his All Blacks squad to tour the Northern Hemisphere, and I have a feeling a lot of you are going to be pretty underwhelmed by it. Only one real change of note. However, I think there are some pretty fascinating talking points in this team, which I'm going to put right here. It gives a sense of the direction Razor wants to keep heading in terms of some of the personnel that he's retained. So let's get to breaking down some of the juicy morsels in this squad, starting with halfback. Why is TJ Perenara in there? He got his fairy tale ending at Sky Stadium in Wellington. It seemed like 87 caps was a good time for TJ to sign off. However, Cam Roigard has roared back into the mix. I just watched his game for counties against Manawatu. He looked terrific. He looks like he's bulked up a lot in the upper body. Definitely hasn't been skipping his push-pull days for his torso. Actually, his physique looks a bit more balanced now. He always had gigantic legs for a man of his stature, but now he's looking a bit more powerful from head to toe. And he scored a couple of great tries, a nice brace, took his options well, looked like he hadn't really missed a beat, although obviously the NPC can be a little flattering. Regardless, he did everything that the All Black selectors could have asked for. However, he's not ready to just start a game against England at Twickenham. I think he's going to be eased in off the bench. I do see him getting minutes against Japan, but I kind of view the inclusion of TJ Perenara as an insurance policy. Here's the thing, I know a lot of you want to see the continued development of Noah Hotham. I want to see that too. But he will be better off in the All Blacks 15. Yes, that alternative squad that is going to be playing a couple games, that's going to be named tomorrow. Razor has said as much. He will be in that team. This is a young guy that just needs more minutes. He's still incredibly green. He's green as Kermit the Frog, even though he's a promising player. So I actually kind of don't hate this decision, even though I'm ready for TJ to ride off into the sunset. And the reason I don't hate it is because I just don't see Noah getting minutes for the All Blacks if he's included in that squad. Whereas I can see him starting games for this alternate New Zealand 15. I also think that Razor is going to want to start Cortez Ratama, reward his terrific form this year, keep developing him to that world-class standard that he seems capable of hitting. And if Roigard is going to be drip-fed back in after missing 6 months of rugby, you do need TJ there just in case. Just in case someone pulls up lame, you don't want to be going out half-cocked against England, Ireland, and France, not to mention Italy, the most improved team in Europe by far. You don't want to go out limp against those guys at home, or you are facing a pounding. Honestly, I don't care if you're the All Blacks. I don't even care if you're the Springboks. Like, if you're really off against any of those teams, they're going to make life difficult for you at home. So TJ's an insurance policy. I'm not going to be loving it if he's starting games. I think that's going to be a waste. But he's probably a bit of gunpowder we do want to keep dry, have him off to the side. I get what Razor's thinking here. By the same token, Sam Kane is included if you look at the loose forward mix. I think that's a lot less controversial. I think we need him now to perform to our best. And the All Black coach is always balancing now versus tomorrow. Now, other teams have the luxury of lose today, win tomorrow. Right? Even the South Africans sort of embrace that philosophy, not in recent times. They're on a hot run, but in the past, they've been happy to drop a rugby championship, lose the Freedom Cup many years in a row. That's okay, as long as we're trending in the right direction for the Rugby World Cup. The Kiwi mentality is not like that. That mentality is win tomorrow, but you better bloody well win today. So Sam Kane is there to help develop the next generation of Lucies. Great for a guy like Wallace Satiti for his continued development, having the legend in his ear. But also, when things get gnarly against England, France, Ireland, nothing wrong with having a centurion in the form of Kane out there. Nothing wrong at all. In fact, I would say that our chances of winning those games are diminished without someone as experienced as him. We're going to need Bowden Barrett. We're going to need Sam Kane. We're going to need Adi Savea. We're going to need Cody Taylor. We're going to need the boys that have a lot of caps to their names. Let's take a look at the number 10 position, D-Mac and Bowden Barrett. So what that is telling you is that Damian McKenzie is going to be getting a lot of minutes at 10 on this tour. Razor, he said it himself. He said, listen, let's say that D-Mac does 2 out of 10 things poorly. That's all everyone talks about. Well, he's doing 8 out of 10 things fantastically well. Obviously, creativity, running game, breaking the line. What we're looking for is vision and game management, particularly down the stretch where the All Blacks have been poor, even though they did finally score some points against Australia in Wellington. But they're going to need productive final quarters in all of these games if they're going to win them. So Razor's staying the course. And I understand it. Even the great Richie Mo'unga was kind of a little flaky at test level for many years before he totally nailed the role, in my opinion, in 2022, 2023. He'd been wearing the black jersey for a long time before that, sometimes putting in stunning performances, sometimes putting in performances that were not so stunning. The question is, fundamentally, can McKenzie marry his quicksilver, mercurial attacking approach with solid, steady game management? That's the paradox of him. Time will tell. If he can marry those two qualities, he will be a world-class 10. But that's a big if. So I'm expecting Bowden and D-Mac to probably job share. I think they're going to split the jersey. Of course, there is the possibility that Bowden just starts at 10 and we keep bringing McKenzie off the bench. Something tells me that's not the way Razor wants this cookie to crumble, though, and he's the head boss. He makes the decisions, so time will tell on that one. What do you guys think? Do you think that Bowden's performance in Wellington ensures that he should be starting at 10 for the All Blacks? Or do you think the Damian McKenzie development, which has been going all year, do you think that's just going to continue through November? Let me know your thoughts. So 2 more talking points for me. Let's look at the locks. Gary is in there. That surprised me a little bit. I had a feeling Josh Lord might come in, but clearly Razor thinks there's upside to Gary, who to me has looked unconvincing coming off the bench. Fabulous at Super Rugby level. Great campaign for the championship-winning Blues. Definitely a guy who is skilled, mobile, but showed his inexperience coming off the bench. Clearly, Robertson thinks he has potential, and he just needs more time. I would have thought he'd go to that alternate New Zealand 15, start all those games, but clearly Robertson wants to keep bringing him off the bench. So that intrigued me. The last thing I want to talk about is the fact that Billy Proctor and Ruben Love are in there. That signals to me they are going to get minutes, which is exciting. I'm thinking Japan. I'm thinking Italy. That's kind of cool to see. You know, I wondered if they might drop to that other team just to get guaranteed starts. Because let's be honest, neither of those players are going to force their way into starting the big games on this tour, unless there's an injury. This signals that perhaps Robertson does want them to play at the highest level, at the All Black level. And lastly, just an update on Jordie Barrett. He's tracking well, and he may even be fit to start against Japan. So obviously we're a bit nervous. He has been in terrific form this year at 12. Really, he might not miss any of the games on the Northern Hemisphere tour. All right, guys, let me know your grievances and what you're happy about in the comment section. Can't wait for this tour. And tune in next week. I'm actually dropping my first interview with an All Black. Catch you guys soon. Take it easy. Bye for now.